Bottle bias is a real thing. It's impacted you, it's impacted me, and today we're talking about great bourbons and whiskeys that are in ugly-ass bottles.
Uh-oh. This bottle is one of my favorites. I love it so much, but I was we were just talking about this a second ago, very hesitant to buy this because of the way it looked. And that is 1792. Why is it gold? Why is it shaped like a temple top with a hat? What is this collar? Are you a priest? No. So I think something's wrong. If you're gonna try to look too good, no, sir.
I mean, I'll start with my very first one of the best $30 pours on the planet. Same one. Early in our bourbon journey, Scotty, early in our bourbon journey, we avoided 1792 prior to starting the channel because of the way that it looked. It looks chintzy. What is this?
It's very pretentious, right? It's telling you, hey, I'm very cool, but not really.
Like, I don't mind the font on the bottle. I don't mind that, but this gold, not gold top, this weird wide body. If you're new to bourbon and you're looking at the bourbon wall at your local store, this is not jumping off the shelf. Matter of fact, you're passing this thing over. You probably can't change it now, but bad decision back in the day. A lot of people passing this up because of your bottle design. Like, you know what? Wasn't even planning on doing this. Gene Nassif over at Cat's Eye went as simple as possible, and on the shelf, this looks better than this. You over-engineered ugly.
Over-engineered, that's exactly it.
I've been practicing for this video for weeks. What I think is potentially one of the ugliest bottles of all flipping time. Many of you have passed over this bottle countless times because of the way that it looks. And what I'm gonna tell you right now is you're missing out on one of the best, most affordable ryes on the planet. This is just UGLY. It don't have no alibi. Old Overholt 114 is the potentially pound for pound best rye for your dollar out there because it is affordable. And Lord knows it looks affordable.
I agree. I was so surprised. I'm like, ew, this bottle? I'm like, who you bringing that hoe in for? You know?
Ho for show.
Ho for show, but it's delicious and I freaking love it.
And they didn't help themselves with a screw top either. What is this, Seagram's? This might be the Seagram's bottle.
It could be.
Holy shit.
Well, I do have my second one as a screw top. This looks like something that your grandmother would have. Now, granted, maybe your grandmother, your grandfather, whoever you have, has some really good old whiskey, like an Old Fitz just sitting up there, okay? But this is not old, and she's small on top, she's big on the bottom. Sir Mix-a-Lot's gonna like this one, but I'm not.
Not me, give me them titties!
And I wish I had a butt.
So do I. Both of us wish that she had a butt. This is actually a Kentucky straight rye, non-chilled filtered, aged at least 4 years, which I know 4 years is not boner territory for your wallet, but I am telling you, we have put this thing up against fantastic ryes blind, including Jack Daniel's Tennessee Taster's barrel-proof rye, and we preferred this profile. This is such a well-balanced bourbon drinker's rye.
It's so avocado-y too, I love that.
Buttery, avocado-y. It almost feels like a boo rye.
Almost.
Almost feels like a barely legal rye, which maybe it is. I didn't do any research on it.
Yeah, you know what? You could be right. It's perfect. That's the perfect rye.
But so much smoother and easier to drink than even Pikesville.
You know, I would drink it if it was in a plastic bottle. He looks like an old bastard, though, so.
Well, he's old. His first name is old. His last name's Overholt.
It's like, okay, how old is he, right?
How bad does he look at a baby where they initially named him old? So I'm going to bring up one of my absolute favorite bottles. To me, this is the best $20 or $25 bottle on the planet. It is not Evan Williams, but it is made by the same people. J.W. Dant, I love you. Literally. This is an ugly-ass label. You would do so much better if you just spent a couple more pennies per bottle. And you got little corn here? Little. They know it's corn. And if they don't need to know it's corn. They just think it's magic brown water. It's magic brown water. This is confusing. All of this is painfully dated.
And why didn't they cover the just cover the label onto the top too? You know what I mean? Like then you can peel the label off.
This is pound for pound at $20. The best bourbon that you can own. And it looks like shit.
Well, you did kind of do a segue into my next bottle, which is Evan Williams' Bottled and Bond. This is my absolute favorite bourbon ever. The first bourbon that made me fall in love with bourbon. But it does look pretty chintzy, right? Can you say that?
Yes. Yeah. You just can't say
I wouldn't pick it out. I would be like, that's kind of gross looking. I don't want it. But you'd be pleasantly surprised. This does very well in blinds. Here, you try it. There you go. It looks good.
I'm thirsty. Bartender! Bartender!
My last bottle shape actually kind of incorporates a couple of different distilleries, all right? So I'm not saying anything bad about these one distilleries, it's just this bottle shape. And that is the shape of a wine bottle, okay? This isn't wine. This is not wine. That is something else. So when someone picks this up and they're like, oh, this is wine, and they pour a shit ton of it in a cup, you think, bitch, that costs $500. Put that bitch down. Get out of my house. Granted, this is also Cat's Eye, one of my favorites. Kira's Revenge, which is my favorite, and Doc Swinson's, which apparently is another one of my favorites.
It is. I have one final bottle on my list, something that I only have because a friend recommended it to me. Alberta Premium Cask Strength. Screw top again. And then what are you doing? What is this? What are all these bumps? What is this? Are you a 1970s decanter at like a indoor sex shag carpet party? What is this? Make up your mind. This looks terrible.
Every one of these bottles deserves a little bit of love.
And for those of you who are already a part of Whiskey Tube and you're like, oh, I already know all this. Not every video is for you. Some videos are so that we can expand Whiskey Tube to new people who literally go to the store and they buy things based off the way the bottle looks and based off the price.
Or maybe we just want to make a stupid video, okay?
We've never been this honest. This is the most honest we've ever been. Close this damn Why are you still here? Close this show!
Closing the show. Put some clothes on over there, okay? The shirt's not for you either.